morning. It's early, so I'm trying to be quiet, but yeah, we got a lot to do today. Day in the life video. Let's do this. Let's do this. First pups up are going to be a pair. It's going to be Toka and Moose, two of my regulars, and they just moved into a new house, so very exciting. So I will see you all over there. There's some dog walking clients that you just love, and it can be for the smallest of reasons. I love this client specifically because their backyard connects to this wonderful trail. Like, it doesn't get much better than being able to just easily take the dog out right to their backyard and take her for a nice little walk. So it can be the little things, but you tend to find those little perks here and there as you go. Just to elaborate on that point a little bit more, sometimes you get these walks that are kind of like in the middle of downtown, and it's great for some reasons, but a lot of times it causes more headache. So for example, there's just a lot more distractions for the dogs. If the dog isn't friendly with other people or dogs, there's a lot more people there. But also, it just makes it so that you have a known path. The dog knows what they're gonna do every single time if you just have a nice little trail like this. So not to say that city walks are bad, but it's definitely more you have to pay attention to. Just dropped Tess off. Walk number 2 of the day is complete. We got just over a mile in about 30 minutes. That's my usual general rule of thumb, is try to get a mile in 30 minutes or 2 miles in an hour walk. Obviously, those things kind of change and alter based on the dog you're walking. And some dogs might have medical issues, they might be a little elderly, maybe you just won't go as far. Other dogs like to sniff around and don't really want to walk as far. They're just out there for the enjoyment of the smells. So those are conversations you should have with the client ahead of time to make sure you're on the same page about what distance you're going to try to cover each and every time, or what they enjoy while out on the walk. That kind of rolls nicely into our next walk, which is about 15 minutes from now, so we're going to have to head on over there, but those are a couple pups that do not cover much ground, and the owner knows it, so on the same page, no worries there. But yeah. I know what you're all thinking. And yes, I did decide to shoot this horizontally. No, but actually, there's no actual maintenance required. They forgot to reset the mileage when they did the last oil change or something. I don't know how to fix this. I'm a dog guy, not a car guy. Winnie and Franklin are acquired. Hi. Yeah, you're a tiny little thing, huh? Winnie's pretty young. Franklin's the boss around here, though. We've been working on something, though, Win. You want to show him? You gonna do it? Winnie! Winnie! Can you sit? Winnie, sit. Girl, good girl. Come here. Winnie and Franklin are back inside. Dog walk number 3 complete. Let's head home, grab some lunch real quick before heading out on our 4th walk of the day. My poor car desperately needs a cleaning, but good items to have in your car. The rain jacket on the right-hand side, a towel to dry off the dogs when it's raining out, and then just like a really old blanket or something that you can cover your seats with. Sometimes you'll be asked to bring dogs to like a park or to a trail or something, so it's good to have that backseat ready to go. Obviously it doesn't do much for the hair, but yeah. Just like that, we're back for some lunch. Always recommend having a built-in lunchtime scheduled for the obvious that you need to eat. But in addition to that, because it leaves you open for the possibility that you might get a dog house sit. Now, dog house sits are just like regular house sits, but there's a dog involved, so you will be staying at the owner of the dog's house. But because you have this built-in hour here, this means that you can stop in midday, check on the dog, let them out, so you're not neglecting that dog. You want to make sure that you're stopping in every couple hours, and if you just have back-to-back walks, that's going to be really hard to do if you schedule a house sit. So this built-in hour, it's perfect. It's perfect for that scenario, so that's why I like to keep it. If you have troubles kind of staying organized here, get yourself one of these. Just a nice little whiteboard calendar. You can plug in all of your dog information so that you have a visual reminder whenever you're at your computer, whenever you're, stopping in at the house, take a picture of it, whatever you need to do, just make sure that you have that ready to go. Additionally, I think these day in the life videos only highlight some of the good times in a lot of these videos. So with that, I want to answer a question, like what is a recent bad scenario I've had with the dog? It happened to me just a couple days ago, actually. So I took a dog out on a normal walk, hour-long walk. Owner says to leave the door unlocked and just drop them off when you're done. Pretty standard stuff. Well, you could probably guess where this is going. I got back, door was not unlocked. And this is the day that we were having some thunderstorms in the area that hadn't quite gotten there yet until I was finishing the walk. So I was like, okay, no problem. Double check, make sure the door is not sticky, and it is actually locked. Truly was locked. Messaged them, no response. Messaged them a second time asking maybe there's a spare key or something. No response still. So at that point I called them, called again and again and again and again, 5 times actually. No response at all. So it was really hot, really muggy because we were about to get storms. Not life or death situation because I knew they were eventually going to respond. I just didn't know how long it was going to take. So I essentially just brought the dog into my car. I didn't have any kind of permission to bring the dog off the premises or outside of our daily walk that we take. So I didn't really want to drive the dog anywhere, but I wanted to get it into some air conditioning and inside a space just for the storms to pass. It ended up being an hour and 45 minutes. An hour and 45 minutes until the owner got back to me and we called and was like, hey, it says I have 5 missed calls from this number. Rover will mask your phone number, so yeah. I was like, yeah, hey, I'm your Rover walker. Everything's fine, but can you come get your dog? So, it's not all glam, obviously. There's things that happen in day-to-day, but a lot of it's a lot of fun, but just wanted to throw that in there because that is a very real scenario that happened to me. What would have you done in that scenario? I could have called Rover support services. I don't really know what more they would have done if she wasn't answering her phone. I don't know who else they would have contacted. But yeah, maybe I would have done that if I felt like I needed to, or if I had more walks on that day. Luckily, it was the last walk of the day, and I didn't have to get somewhere else. But yeah. It's a lot of fun. That's what you're waiting for, right? Got lunch all finished up, so we're going to go head over to walk number 4 on the day, which will be Lily. Lily's a brand new pup of mine. Definitely a little anxious, a little nervous, still trying to win her over. So I probably won't video a ton of that walk. I suggest you do the same when you're working with new animals, new pups. Make sure you're giving them the attention they deserve. Just make sure that everything's good and once you start to learn their tendencies, you can kind of predict things, but right off the rip, let's just make sure they're getting the attention they need. Also, like and subscribe. Walk with Lily done. She's a cutie. She's really starting to warm up to me. No problems with the meet and greet yesterday, and then today she was really happy to see me, so all good there. We probably, stats will be on your screen there. I think we went a little shorter than a mile, which is typical with new clients. I let them dictate the walk a little bit more when they're brand new, just so that relationship can develop kind of smoothly there, but we'll start to hit some mile goals here. It was also a bit warm today, you could probably tell from my look in the car. So yeah, not too bad of a walk overall. Lily's a sweetie. And we have one more booking left today, and that one's a little different. It'll be later on tonight, and I'll see y'all there. Don't forget the sunscreen. All right, last visit for the day. It is a little different. Like I said, it's a drop-in visit, which is a little different from a walk, but we'll still let them outside, let them use the bathroom. But most of the time, we're going to spend inside, just giving them some attention, letting them hang out. This is with our little friend Annie. When I say little friend, she is tiny. And she's a very nervous little pup. I did a house sit with her where I stayed the night a couple nights with Annie. And she was very nervous at the start. She doesn't really like to be alone, a little anxious, but she's very sweet. So yeah, let's go hang out with Annie. Never in my life had a dog whimper while rubbing her tummy. The saddest dog in all the world. Yeah, oh thank you. Nice night out, but alright, that pretty much does it for our day in the life. We just left Izzy's. I see a deer in my rearview mirror. Nice night out, but yeah, that'll pretty much do it for our day in the life video. I just left Annie's house, which was technically one booking, but it was 2 hours long, so you could count that as booking 5 or 6 in the day. It doesn't really matter. It was a good day. It was a long day. I think when you total it all up, if you want to know like how much I made today, it comes out to about $138 on a day, so not bad. You know, if you kind of multiply that by 5 days a week, 6 days a week, you have a pretty decent little salary for you. It's nothing crazy, but not too bad for hanging out with some dogs. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. Let me know what you thought of this video, what you want to see in future videos, and yeah, other than that, dog guy's gonna leave, so I'm gonna go home. Have a good night. What are you doing, Win? What are you doing?